The only local news teams taking action for you. KIMA KEPR Action News starts now.
Coming up this morning on Action News, more details in the murder of 2 women and a kidnapping by a former Yakima police officer this week. Officials holding another press conference Wednesday morning updating the status of the case and what comes next for the students and staff who witnessed the traumatic event. Plus, on the heels of that school-adjacent shooting, Kennewick police arrested a suspicious person around Ammon Elementary. He was described as wearing tactical gear and performing martial arts moves in the air. He was later found to have drugs. And students at Columbia Basin College celebrated Arbor Day the best way we know how to, by planting trees, a tradition going back over a dozen years. We'll hear from a student leader. That story and more coming up as you start your day with us right here on Action News. Good Thursday morning, everybody. I'm Dave Furtado.
Good morning. I'm Mike McCabe, filling in for Jefferson Donovan.
And Mike, what a week we've had so far. It's definitely been spring-like, right?
Yes,
we've definitely
no
had the cloud coverage, the nice, lovely temps, a little bit of sunshine. I'm waiting on some of those showers, though, because they say April showers bring May flowers,
right.
But I'm worried that we're not going to have any May flowers next month.
Well, there's a good chance we're going to get some of those showers today, so hang tight. It's not going to be a lot. I mean, maybe a few hundredths of an inch at best, and that'll come for us this afternoon, but anything is better than nothing. Right now outside our studios in Yakima, cloudy, 42 degrees, a little bit of a breeze. Pasco also checking in with cloudy conditions at this hour. 53, though, a little bit of a southwest breeze at 8. Those winds are going to pick up today out ahead of the front that's going to bring some of these showers for us this afternoon. And then we'll be looking at a mix of clouds and sunshine heading into the rest of the week. And your weekend looks pretty good. I'll have more details on what that looks like for us coming up in your full storm tracker forecast in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Mike. We begin this morning with continued coverage into the murders of 2 women by a former Yakima police officer, Elias Huizar, this week in West Richland. A news conference was held yesterday morning at the West Richland Police Department, a day after Huizar shot and killed himself while trying to flee from authorities with his 1-year-old son, Roman Santos, in the car. Investigators tell us more work is needed to be done to determine what the motive was, as well as determining which of the 2 victims, Amber Rodriguez or Angelica Santos, was killed first.
We are still working on that. So in terms of a specific timeline, in terms of which victim was killed first, I can't provide additional information about that this morning. But that is something that is being looked into. There is an autopsy that will be conducted regarding Ms. Santos' homicide.
Leaders from the Richland School District also spoke at the conference, affirming that resources will be available for all students and staff following Monday's deadly shooting at William Wiley Elementary.
Our primary focus remains on providing support to the students and staff in our schools, with special attention to Wiley Elementary as they return to school today. We understand that the support needed may vary across the Richland School District, and we are committed to being responsive to the needs of all of our students and staff.
Dr. Redinger says counselors from across the district are available to help the students and noted that while yesterday was the school's first day back open, lessons were focused on community healing. And it was a 24-hour nightmare for the Tri-Cities before young Roman was recovered safely Tuesday afternoon. KEPR's Jedediah Hoyt takes us through the timeline of events.
It all started just after 3:20 p.m. on Monday when West Richland police were called to William Wiley Elementary School, where a paraeducator was found shot to death in front of the school just after classes were let out for the day. The man who pulled the trigger, Elias Huizar, a former Yakima police officer who was already facing multiple charges, including rape of a child. He was out on bond and even had a court date scheduled just hours before the shooting.
The victim of the shooting was a 31-year-old Amber M. Rodriguez, who was the suspect's ex-wife.
Shortly after, when police served a search warrant at the suspect's home, another crime scene was then found, along with another dead body.
The victim, found in the residence in West Richland, was Angelica Santos, the suspect's 17-year-old girlfriend.
And with that, the manhunt for Elias Huizar had started. Then, hours later, an Amber Alert was issued. Huizar had kidnapped 1-year-old Roman.
He was reportedly driving a 2009 Toyota Corolla with Washington plates, and as of the early morning hours had been believed to have entered into Oregon.
At around 2:20 p.m. on Tuesday, Oregon State Police say that's when they caught up with the suspect on Interstate 5 near Eugene, Oregon.
Oregon State Police attempted to initiate a stop, and the vehicle fled. resulting in a high-speed pursuit during which the suspect exchanged gunfire with law enforcement.
The pursuit topped speeds well over 100 miles an hour and resulted in multiple collisions.
Near milepost 197, just south of Coburg, the suspect crashed into a stopped commercial motor vehicle, spun into the median where it became immobile. As troopers contacted the suspect vehicle, the suspect died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Immediately, the main concern was for young Roman. He was in the car while Huizar was shooting at police, and when the car crashed, immediately troopers went to the car once Huizar was no longer a threat. Thankfully, good news for the first time in 24 hours.
Since the start, our goal has been simple, and that is to bring Roman Santos home safely. He's the 1-year-old infant who was kidnapped, and we've done that. Roman is safe in the care of Oregon officials. He is doing well and being cared for. We're very, very thankful for that outcome.
Reporting from the Tri-Cities, Jedediah Hoyt, Action News.
Keepers Jedediah Hoyt, thank you. And if you missed any part of our coverage this week, you can catch up on all of the details up on our website, keepertv.com. And in the time of heightened awareness around local schools, elementary staff and community law enforcement worked together to capture a suspicious person lurking around Ammon Elementary in Kennewick yesterday. We have a picture of the end of the ordeal as the suspect was taken into custody. You can see it there. A paraeducator at Ammon Elementary told the school resource officer about a man dressed in all black with gear described as tactical. He was also doing karate motions in the air. The man left the area, but a parent pointed out where the man went. Eventually, 28-year-old Jacob Corbin was caught hiding under a backyard deck. He faces 3 counts of trespass, obstructing, resisting arrest, and meth possession charges. Switching gears this morning, students across Columbia Basin College celebrated Arbor Day yesterday by planting trees. Several dozen students gathered yesterday afternoon to plant 3 trees in recognition of the environmental holiday. Organizers tell us the college has been participating in Arbor Day festivities for the last 15 years and see the event as a way to give back to the future CBC students.
The importance of Arbor Day is really giving back to the community, because this isn't something that's for you, it's for everyone around you. And especially here on CBC, it gives plenty of shade and a bit more life to the landscape around here.
The tree planting also helps CBC maintain its designation as a Tree Campus USA, a national program which honors colleges and universities that meet conservation goals. And with that, let's jump right over to Storm Tracker Mike McCabe to talk about what we can expect for today. Yesterday was Arbor Day. Had no idea it was Arbor Day, but if anybody want to get out today and enjoy the trees or enjoy the outdoors, what can people expect?
Well, another fairly nice day today, although we are going to get a better chance of some actual showers. You know, we've been talking about it all week long. You know, we had Earth Day on Monday, we had Arbor Day, we had Kid Fishing Day yesterday in the Tri-Cities for some elementary schools.
Right on.
Yeah, I had a good time out there yesterday with some kids fishing in the morning and afternoon hours, and they were reeling in rainbow trout at Columbia Park in Kennewick, and really had a good time doing that. Now, our forecast today is David was talking about, we'll call for cloudy skies. Our chance of showers come this afternoon, a pretty good chance as well. We'll track that and what we can expect heading into Friday and your weekend with your full storm tracker forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Mike. Coming up on Keeper this morning, regional news with a splash of state context. A doctor who lost his license in the Evergreen State for prescribing opioids has now moved south to the Beaver State to get in on the ground floor of legal psilocybin businesses. Meanwhile, he claims Washington officials looked at the situation that led to his revoked license all wrong. We'll hear from him after the break. But later in the show, national news, the trial of former President Donald Trump over alleged hush money payments to an adult film star is back in session today. The first witness still on the stand after 2 days of testimony. There's also a ruling said to come whether or not Trump violated his gag order. And new research suggests, in health news, new research suggests breast cancer survivors have a significantly higher risk of developing second cancers, including ovarian and prostate cancers. We'll break down their findings. The time now is 5:09. There's loads of news still to get to this morning, and the train is just getting started. Stay with us.